I would like to bring this board meeting to order at 7:20 on February 26, 2019. May we stand for the pledge? It's wasted.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Monica, may I have roll call?
Dr. Hyde?
Here.
Mr. Moreno?
Here.
Mrs. Quintana?
Here.
Mr. Rolla?
Here.
Mr. Thomas?
Here.
I'd like to have the approval of the minutes for February 9th, 2019. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the meeting minutes of February 9th, 2019.
And second?
Madam Chair, I approve the second February 9th.
Can I remind you to share the notes?
I'd like to, we have to go for a roll call. Yeah.
Dr. Hyde?
Here.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
I'd like to have the approval of the minutes for February 12th, 2019. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the meeting minutes of February 12th, 2019.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second February 12th, 2019 minutes.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica.
Dr. Hyde?
Here.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to approval of the minutes for February 19th, 2019. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the meeting minutes of February 19th, 2019.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second February 19, 2019 minutes.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica.
Dr. Hyde? Aye. Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
And at this point, for the approval of the agenda, I would like to amend the agenda to remove item 2.4 from the agenda. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the meeting agenda excluding item 2.4.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second amending agenda 2.4.
Discussion? 2.4 is the superintendent's recommendation for approval of out-of-state travel to Scottsdale, Arizona for the 2019 CPI Instructors National Conference on July 13th through the 18th, 2019. May I have roll call?
Dr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
So now I'd like to have the approval of the agenda. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the amended agenda.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second the approval of the agenda.
May I have discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica.
Dr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas.
Aye.
And now we're going to have Monaco Elementary School highlights. Please come up.
Good evening, President Quintana, esteemed board, and Superintendent Abrego. My name is Kristin West, and I am the interim principal of Monaco Elementary School. I am joined this evening by my outstanding assistant principal, Judy Howell. We're here this evening to give you some highlights from Monaco Elementary. On September 15th, we've enjoyed our homecoming. Our Mustang, Spirit, was able to attend the parade with us, and our students were attended with a float. Oh, thank you. On October 30th, our gym was transformed into a trick-or-treat street. We hosted approximately 400 people and 120 families. We gave out approximately 2,000 pieces of candy and encouraged everyone to go to the high school immediately thereafter to continue their trick-or-treat street. A perennial favorite are field trips. Our first graders went to the Arvada Center and saw Ella Enchanted. Also, our second and third graders went to the Denver Center for Performing Arts to see Corduroy. And our fifth graders attended the Natural Museum of Science. Of course, we always have holiday fun. What would elementary school be without costumes at Halloween? For Election Day, our students voted for either Skippy John Jones, the pigeon, or Pete the cat. For Veterans Day, our students performed, and we invited veterans and acknowledged them at the performance. Our first graders built polar bear habitats, and our kindergartners also celebrated with song and dance for the holidays. Next up, we have a quick little video that Cameron has put together about our students and our student council more specifically.
We experienced joy they weren't counting on because students raised money, went shopping, and delivered food and gifts to the school community.
There's this wonderful, wonderful group of students, student government, and the entire school at Monaco that have done a great job and have really started giving from their hearts.
Student government chose to do a project to help people. We wanted to do something that would help Monaco families.
When you're in student government, you're just talking about what kind of stuff we should do to help students and families.
This year, we exceeded our goal, and we, as a Monaco family, collected $1,424.
We got a huge jar, and then we started putting all the money together, and then some people went back, then we started counting all the money.
We collected $1,424.
You can imagine the students' joy when they received the donation they weren't counting on.
We would like to bring to you a $500 gift card. Thank you.
Let's go shopping!
And how do you spend nearly $2,000 in 1 hour? Well, it takes a lot of counting.
It feels good to buy buy stuff for families that need things.
When we were at Walmart, magical thing began happening. The manager at Walmart noticed what the students were doing, and he donated $100. Then there was a vendor there that saw what our students were doing and added another $50. Then we were going down the candy cane aisle, and a woman, almost in tears, just said, "I've never seen anything like this." And she gave me a $20 bill to buy the students candy canes.
We got shells, potatoes, peanut butter, jelly. We also got candy canes for them. It made me feel really happy because then they could feel happy and they would be positive and they would get things, so we could think about others, not think about just ourselves.
It's just a joyous time for us to be giving to the families that really are in need. So the spirit of giving is very well alive at Monaco Elementary and in Commerce City, Colorado.
Continuing on, we feature our quarterly award assemblies where we give out approximately 1,000 certificates for honor roll, both A and AB honor roll, as well as academic growth, perfect attendance, and citizenship. Our Breakfast of Champions is a perennial favorite. We acknowledge more than 25 students every month for the trait of the month, whether it is B, E, S, or T, which our students are always striving to be their best. We invite their families to come in to dine with the students, and the students get their picture taken with Spirit. Always crazy, the 100th day of school. We celebrated this on February 5th, where our first graders demonstrated their ability to be 100 years old as they counted to 100 numerous times. Donuts with Dad was a smashing success. We had approximately 50 families in attendance, completing 3 activities, eating donuts and having lemonade, and receiving certificates for hugs, kisses, and extra reading at home. Skate City is always a favorite. Our students attended Skate City on February 13th, where they raised money for our student council. And we will go back again April 30th for perfect attendance students and their awards. Coming up at Monaco, we have Dr. Seuss Day this Friday. Come on out and join us. Our book fair is happening during parent-teacher conferences on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of March. We have Pi Day, or Pi Day, depending on your spelling, who will celebrate the mathematical as well as the edible on the 14th of March. We have Literacy Night scheduled for April 4th. Our spring dance is scheduled for April 25th. Field Day is tentatively and weather-relatedly scheduled for May 10th. Muffins with Mom is celebrated on May 13th. And we are scheduling our 5th graders to go to Calwood at the end of April, the 22nd through the 24th, and they're having their continuation on the 29th. Thanks for listening to all of the outstanding things that are happening at Monaco. Any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. West, you left us hanging a little bit. Who won the election? Was it Petey the Cat, Skippy Jones?
Ms. West wasn't here at that time, but it was Skippy John Jones.
Thank you.
I don't remember the specific numbers, but he definitely won.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, we are going to go to audience comments, and I see there's none. So we will move on to routine items. I'd like to have a motion for 1.1, Superintendent's Recommendation, Personnel Actions.
Madam Chair, I move approval of item 1.1.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second 1.1.
May I have discussion? Seeing none, Monica, roll call.
Dr. Hyde? Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to business. 1.1, Superintendent's recommendation, approval to accept funds from the Colorado Department of Education Empowering Actions for School Improvement Grant. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move approval of item 1.1 under grants.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica.
Dr. Hyde? Aye. Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to 2.1, Superintendent's recommendation, approval of asphalt repair at Adams City High School. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move approval of item 2.1.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second item 2.1.
Any discussion?
Madam Chair, I would just like to know whether this is, we've looked into this before, and I just wanted to know whether this is just to repair the cracks in the driveway, in the parking lot, or whether something's going to be done to the surface of all 237,000 square feet.
This will be to repair all the cracks, put new lines throughout the 200,000 square feet of the parking lot. And then we'll continue to have a preventative maintenance plan, so every 2 years or so we'll have somebody come back out, make sure there's no cracks moving, probably every 2 years again, paint all the lines as they come forward.
When's your plan, or when's the plan of the construction company going to start working on this?
As soon, the day after school gets out.
So it'll be in December?
Correct.
Roll call.
Dr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to 2.2, Superintendent's recommendation, approval to increase contract with Tennyson Center to provide educational and therapeutic interventions for the students with significant emotional disabilities. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move for the approval of item 2.2.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second item 2.2.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Monica, roll call, please.
Dr. Hyde? Aye. Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to 2.3, Superintendent's recommendation, approval to increase spending limit with vendor American Logistics Company for incidental transportation services for the 2018-2019 school year. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move for the approval of item 2.3.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second item 2.3.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica.
Dr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
Moving on to 2.3, Superintendent's recommendation, approval to increase spending limit with vendor American Logistics Company for incidental transportation services for the 2018-2019 school year. May I have a motion?
You just did that one.
Did I? Okay. That has sounded familiar. We're on 2.5 now. Superintendent's recommendation, approval to increase purchase spending limit with vendor center for applied linguistics for professional development for bilingual teachers. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move for the approval of item 2.5.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second item 2.5.
Discussion?
Madam Chair, we've been, it's not clear to me what our overall plan is for training bilingual teachers and what our program is in the district. I thought we had put this, we had hit the pause button on this, and I'm not aware of any overall plan to revisit that or to amend the plan or to reconstitute a biliterate program. So I think that I'd like to see an overall master plan for biliteracy and bilingualism in the district before we go ahead and spend more money on this.
Madam President and members of the board, we put a pause on biliteracy in 4th grade. We continue to have bilingual education going K-3. We do have a plan to expand bilingual education, as you all have expressed interest in doing. We are currently working with bilingual teachers as well as the Office for Civil Rights to finalize that plan before I'm able to present it to you. I am scheduled to meet with you all on April 24th to review that plan, but right now our plan is sitting with the Office for Civil Rights. In the meantime, we continue to have a bilingual program going K-3, and regardless of the choice and decision that you all make to expand bilingual program farther, this professional learning will impact kindergarten and 1st grade bilingual teachers. So regardless of how we change things up, this will meet those requirements. This also brings us into compliance with the programming that we are offering and for the Office for Civil Rights, and it's part of the plan that I've given to her. She's expressed interest in making sure that we are providing professional learning to our teachers around bilingual education and that we continue to do so. And so this is a continued plan moving forward.
Ms. Lopez did answer some questions I put forward in the agenda last week, Dr. Hyde. So it was about certain questions, who was going, how many teachers in the instructional. So I believe and Monica mailed that to us, so I'm not sure if you got able to read that. But Ms. Lopez did answer all the questions I put forward to her in the agenda, and normally staff do answer all the questions in the agenda. If you have questions, and they give them to Monica, and Monica forwarded it to them, and they forward it back. So as what Ms. Lopez is saying, they do continue what we asked them to do, and that is part of the Civil Rights Agreement, and we still have to continue K-3 with bilingual. So I'm not sure the question you're asking, Ms. Lopez, I'm kind of confused myself. The pause was the 4th grade. We still have to continue educating our students.
I want to just say I totally agree. I know when I went to the OC, the very first OCR meeting, Ms. Lopez was there with us with Virginia Kabalu Wilson. So I know she's been at every other meeting. So she is on top of this program, K-3. So I just want to say that. Thank you, Ms. Lopez. May I have a roll call, Monica?
Dr. Hyde?
No.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye. Aye.
Moving on to 2.6, Superintendent's recommendation, approval for overnight field trip by Kearney Middle School students to Carbondale, Colorado on April 4th through the 5th, 2019 to Roaring Fork High School. May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move for the approval of item 2.6.
May I have a second?
Madam Chair, I second item 2.6.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, Monica?
Dr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Moreno?
Aye.
Mrs. Quintana?
Aye.
Mr. Rolla?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas?
Aye.
And that is we finished with the business, so now we're into communications from Dr. Abrego.
Madam Chair, it's very important that I have an expulsion I'd like to read into the record. We have an expulsion for student number 1160821.
Thank you. And we're going to open it up for a discussion on the board. Any communications you would like to say? Mr. Ola?
I would just like to thank Monaco Elementary for hosting this event. I know it's probably short notice there, but thanks a lot for all your hard work, and keep up the good work. As we saw here, one of the things you did forget was your bowling contest, because I did come to that, and kids really had a great time on working with that organization that pre-bowling. Secondly, I'd like to recognize the wrestling team for having such a great season, but they also had we also had one state champion. I forget his first name. Salazar is the last name. What's his first name? Anybody know?
I read it so many times I forgot.
What?
Marcus?
Marcus Salazar, I believe at 145 pounds. And we also had a second individual, I don't know which DeGuero, there's 1,000 of them, but one of the DeGueros took second place. So they did a good job in representing Adams City High School at the state tournament, and they had a good season all year. I'd like to congratulate the girls basketball for going to the first round of the state tournament, which they haven't done in quite a while. So.
I'm just going to say it real quick. I want to thank Monaco for allowing us to come in and have our board meeting here. And the parents that have come, I really greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much for your presentation and just being here and working with us, because we did come in a half hour late, and I do apologize. So thank you for coming. And the meeting is adjourned at 7:47. Thank you.